The anamorphics were really fun to use. Yes, the flares were a little bit J.J. Abrams over the top, but they gave those rear shots a really nice different look. One of the biggest gripes I have with many of the cameras that shoot this really lovely high frame rate is you do sacrifice image quality. It's a bit softer and it is noisier, and you're gonna have to deal with that in post, but you can fix so many of these things, and I've been dealing with these issues for quite some time. I will always take them over what I had to do before, which was always doing it in post. This was something I made for Sky News many years ago, and I really like what I got here. It was incredibly stylized and deliberate. Standard definition, mind you. That was done using the built-in slow motion tools within Avid, whereas this stuff I shot in Switzerland for cliff diving, it was using Twixtor, which is a really good plugin, and if you do want to try it, there's some great tutorials out there which can guide you through it. We were really lucky with the lighting, not having any interference. Those stage lights were fantastic, but you can't always be guaranteed that, and you do need to test them, which is what we did. We tested them to see if there was going to be any flicker. If you're using those old bulbs with filaments rather than LEDs, you're going to need to make sure they have a really nice high wattage of, say, like 1K, and let them heat up. If you're using HMIs, make sure they have electronic ballast, not magnetic ones, because those will flicker. But if you're using modern LEDs, and especially battery operated LEDs, even at the lower output ones, you should not have any flicker issues. You just got to be careful if there's any practical light, anything that's seeping through that could be affecting the image. My favourite frame rate for shooting slow motion is actually 50p. I shoot 25p for most of my stuff because I am in a PAL country, and it's the perfect frame rate for speeding up to normal speed without being too much, and the slow motion is just that right amount. And using slow motion in moderation, it's the same for all of these things that we cover, whether it's sliders, jibs, slow motion, time-lapse, drones. It's about using them sparingly, otherwise it becomes a little bit boring. That being said, I'm now going to show you one of my favourite things that I shot in slow motion, and it's one single shot, all shot at 240 frames per second. I was going around London with my F55 mounted in the side of the car in the passenger seat, recording lots of people to get for a project. As I started to drive over one of my favourite spots in London for filming, which we will go back to in the next episode, I spotted a guy with what's clearly a camera wheelie bag and a tripod. It was one of me. It was a one-man band. And I matched my speed of the car. I didn't care what everybody else was doing behind me. They could beep away, and I tried to get him in perfect frame. And with Tony Anderson's music from Music Bed, it was the perfect marriage. One single shot, no ramps, no additional sound. This is what the actual shot looks like playing at real time. And talking of speeding things up, the next episode is all about the complete opposite of slow motion. It's time lapse.